What up YouTube, this is the Satsui no Hadu, Nate, coming at you with another figure review. Video game related action figure. Today we're going to be looking at the Street Fighter IV Akuma action figure. Again, made by NECA. You can see it comes with two replacement hands. Comes in your standard hanging bubble pack display. Somewhat of a throwback review. This action figure came out, I want to say at least 4 or 5 years ago, with the advent of Street Fighter V coming out next year and Street Fighter IV Ultra coming out this year for the PS4, 2015. I thought it'd be really cool to kind of open this figure up and review it. I picked this one up from my local comic book store for 20 bucks on Boxing Day, so with the discount it came to about 15 bucks. And so far it looks like a really cool action figure. Akuma comes in at just under 7 inches tall. Here is what I like about this action figure. When you actually look at the sculpt, at the paint application, it's a really good looking action figure. For 7 inches, NECA's kind of always done a really good job from everything that I've bought. Really good job with like the paint application, their sculpting, the design of their action figures. Really haven't had a bad NECA action figure yet. This one is a really good take on Akuma. I like the sculpt work they did on it. Really cool detail in his face. You can see how they kind of painted his eyes black. If you look really close, there's like a little red dot in his eye. The sculpt work on his face looks kick-ass. I like these little accessories here. If Ian was here, he would have called these anal beads Akuma's necklace. You know, that kind of counts as an accessory, I guess. You really can't take it off him, but really nice touch, and I love accessories. Akuma comes with 2 interchangeable hands. Here you can see the roped fist hands. If you want to take them off, just like that, little peg hole system again. Whoops, make sure you put the right side on. I hate these things. I always feel like I'm gonna break them. And there you go, you get a little click, and it's hammer time, baby. It's hammer time. Another level of detail that I really do appreciate, you can see Akuma's gi here. It's not sculpted in like the Play Arts Guile figure that I reviewed recently. This one's actually just an additional piece of plastic over top. And looking at the gi really close, you can see all the level of detail. Really nice texture they do on the gi. You can see they put like the little ridges where the opening is. They got the rips on the shoulders, which really is kick-ass. The blue, traditional blue on Akuma. And on the back, I think I would have really appreciated it if they put like the heaven kanji on his back, but just a plain looking back. So overall, from a sculpt and paint application point of view, really a well-designed action figure. I didn't really talk much about the paint, but you can see in his hair, they really did a kind of cool job texturizing it with the paint. You can see the paint application on his skin, very subtle, which I like. They didn't overdo it like they did on Guile. You know, it really, the highlights and lowlights really do help accentuate all the muscle strands. And you know, his chest, big fan of the chest on this guy. Look at that, solid. You can see the detail they put on his rope belt there, really nice. Another thing I really like about this Akuma figure is his feet. Kind of an oversized, you know, scale to this figure, really a la Street Fighter style. You know, people's feet aren't that big. His feet are as big as his head. Some of you may know I don't like stands on my action figures, and this guy stands really well without any supports. Like I recently bought this NECA display stands, and you can see without it he stands really well. I like the detail they put in his sandals, really cool. And the feet actually lead to my next plus, or my next point on this action figure that I like. The articulation. The box had something like over 30 points of articulation, and I'll show you in the toes. He does have that toe articulation, which I really like. I don't want to go over reviewing all the points of articulation, but you can really see how like all the points of articulation really do help in making some kick-ass Street Fighter Akuma poses with this action figure. You can do pretty much all his famous poses. On the same token, however, my first downfall on this action figure, one of the ways that I like to judge how well designed an action figure is, how well they can hide all their hinges and all their articulation points and make it more seamless. The closer an action figure is to like being a statue, the more I'm gonna like it, right? But here's the biggest negative right behind his legs. Maybe I'm being a little bit nitpicky, but you can see he's double hinged in the knee. You can see the 2 bolts there. But it leads to this hydraulic look in the back of his leg. And even like $90 action figures will have that look. So it's not a huge complaint. Obviously, you're not going to be posing him like this. Well, I guess you could, but most of the time, you're going to be posing him from the front anyways. And, you know, the more I played with this action figure, the more I moved around the joints and everything. Got a little bit loose. I like how tight it was when I first took it out of the packaging. However, you know, the more you play with it, like with any action figure, it's going to get a lot loose. It doesn't sound good. The last point I'm going to make, for $20, NECA has produced a really nice action figure. You can still probably buy this at your local comic book store, but all the key name guys are gone. But I was able to still pick up an Akuma. There was still like a Chun-Li there. I know the Ryus and Ken on eBay are selling for like a high premium. Keep an eye out for this action figure. The last point I'm gonna make, it's only freaking 20 bucks, and you get a really, really well-designed action figure. Very typical of NECA. I'm finding them at action figure collecting. They produce really high-quality pieces, really good production, except for like the hanging bubble pack display. I'm not a big fan of that, but for a $20 action figure, you can kind of forgive them on that one. Taking that into effect, look at the kick-ass poses you can do with Akuma. He looks freaking fantastic. He can do some really dope stuff with this action figure. He's gonna look amazing in the display stand. So overall, I'm very happy to add this to the collection. He's a great addition, great value. I suggest if you see it, 20 bucks. I got it for 15 bucks because I'm cheap as heck. Pick it up. Really good deal. Thank you guys very much for watching. Oh, Akuma fell. Don't forget to check out the other reviews on BFG Reviews. I'm going to be putting up Akuma versus Guile to see which is the superior action figure. Really duel. Which one is better? 90 bucks versus 20 bucks. Check out all the other reviews. Check out the Guile review I did. That's it. From the World Warrior Nate, Satsui no Hado. Peace.